I am the foundation of modern industrial society. In 2013, 1.6 billion tons of meat were made. And moreover, I can be found everywhere and anywhere around you. Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Toastmasters, fellow members and most welcome guests, who am I? What am I? Any guesses?
Fire.
Nope.
Steel.
You say? Yes. I heard something else.
Steel.
Steel. Okay, that's a good guess. Steel. A humble ingredient of industrial society, without which all lives as we know them would be immeasurably different. But what is steel, I hear you say? Is it not just iron? It is iron indeed, but it is also something much stronger than that. Iron and medicine. And to discover what it is, let us embark on a journey into the art of the furnace, into hell itself. Our journey begins in the bowel of the earth, somewhere like Brazil, Sweden, or Australia. For it is there that iron ore will be mined in the depth of the earth. But what is iron ore, basically? Iron ore is the first ingredient that is used to make steel. I'm sure you're all very familiar with rust, because we've all seen something rusty in our houses or outside. And what is rust exactly? Rust is iron oxide. It is a combination of iron and oxygen, which we can imagine a little bit as something like this, where the red thing is iron, and the pink stuff here is oxygen. In order to obtain pure iron, our first step is to remove the oxygen. And it is done with something called coke, which is pitch black, pure carbon, made up from coal, in ovens. Just like the oven in your house, except that they are at hundreds of degrees. And the resulting product glows red hot. When coke and iron ore come together, a chemical reaction will happen, and the carbon will be removed. This reaction takes place in a massive cooking pot called the blast furnace, which can be up to 100 meters tall, and is on fire continuously, 24/7, 365 days a year. For the purpose of this talk, this bottle will be your blast furnace. And let's just imagine that all the bubble that comes through are effectively fire. First step, adding all the ingredients together. Coke, limestone, remove impurities, and last but not least, or iron ore. In this vessel, a reaction will take place, transforming humble solids, inert solid, into a fiery hot metal with the power of fire. Just imagine, as we speak, the temperature in this furnace could reach 2000 degrees Celsius. Just imagine yourself for a moment, standing right at the bottom of the furnace. The campaign is over. The molten iron must now be extracted. You're standing in protective equipment, a drill in your hand. The drill breaks through, and the white hot molten iron comes to the surface in a glowing fireworks of amber. Now we've got something that is called pig iron. But pig iron is not yet good enough to be turned into steel. It is too brittle and contains too many impurities, the chief one of which is carbon, about 4.5% by weight. Now what must happen is the impurity must be removed, and this happens in a second furnace called a basic oxygen converter. In this second furnace, a blast of pure oxygen will be blown, just like this, scrubbing out all the impurities and leaving us with steel. For steel is in effect an alloy, a carefully controlled balance of iron and carbon. If you don't have enough carbon, it's too soft. It's not going to understand. If you have too much carbon, it will shatter apart and break. Now, transformation is over. We can open up, we can revert back or converter. And we've got molten steel. Red hot molten steel, which is then going to go into a series of press cooled by water in various shapes and sizes to be transformed into any product imaginable. Coils of wire, railway tracks, or sheets of steel rolled just like paper for the chemical industry into anything and anything we want. Now, of course, the great beauty of steel is that it can be reused and recycled to the infinite. Humble scrap that is not fit for use anymore. Want to reuse it? Not a problem. Just throw it into an electric converter where the power of Jupiter lightning will melt it once again and give you another river of red hot steel ready to be forged once again. So here is our journey, the bowl of the earth into effectively or car, or washing machine, or kitchen table. The journey of steel. A journey made possible by the end of man and the power of fire to create a substance that will stay with us decades to come.